What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's the NBA fanatic Johnny P. I was just sitting here. I was watching the Golden State Warriors and Memphis Grizzlies. It's Game 4 right now, and Memphis is up 2-1 in the series, but they're playing in Memphis. And right now for Golden State, if they go down 3-1, that's a huge hole for them to dig themselves out of. I know they have a great team, but man, Memphis is so tough. They are completely underrated. It seems like when I think of the West, I don't necessarily think of Memphis being up there. And I guess it's because they're not like a flashy team. I guess when you think of Golden State, they're a flashy team. It's really fun to hear about and read about. Klay Thompson and Steph Curry knocking in threes all day long. Like, that's a flashy team. But when I think of the Memphis Grizzlies, they're just a grinded out, just beat you down low with their big guys sort of team, and they're looking real tough right now. It'd be up to, essentially, the Warriors have their fate in their own hands. They have to pick up this road win. But anyway, I was just sitting here enjoying the game, and I was just thinking, as I mentioned before in a couple videos, my favorite team is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not necessarily because of LeBron, just because I was born and raised in Northeast Ohio. I started going to games when I was younger. And then I'll get back into the LeBron thing in another video, but that's my team. But right now, I moved down to North Carolina a few years ago. I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina specifically, and I've taken a liking to the Charlotte Hornets. Now, I've always really liked the Hornets also. Since I was a kid, because when Muggsy Bogues and Larry Johnson and Lonzo Mourning and those guys were playing for Charlotte, I remember they were like the cool team to watch. They were just the cool team. They had cool colors and stuff like that. And when they became the Bobcats, I think there's a big falling out, because who didn't like the Hornets? And it didn't feel right when the Hornets were down in New Orleans. And I don't necessarily know if I like the Pelicans as their name any better. However, I enjoy the fact that the Hornets are back here in Charlotte. That's where they belong. And they kind of did a remake of their team, just a do-over, I guess you could say, this season. They have, they're sticking with their colors, the old colors. They got their team name back. And man, that court that they play on now is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, because it has that honeycomb look to it, and it's gorgeous. And I was hoping to make it over there for a game this season. I didn't get to. It's about a 4-hour drive from here. It's just hard to find the days off at work. But I guarantee you next season I'll be making it over there, because I haven't seen a good basketball game in person. It's been a few seasons ever since I was in Cleveland. When I lived about 20 minutes, 15 minutes or so from downtown when I was in the city. And I was able to go to games all the time, especially after LeBron left. When LeBron left, tickets were dirt cheap. I paid more for parking than I did to go in and watch the games. And in fact, I remember a game a few years back. It was the Cavaliers versus Memphis, actually. And it was right when they started really getting kind of good, but it was at the end of them being kind of a terrible team. And it was just such a bad game, back and forth. But it was so bad for both teams that it almost was real competitive back and forth. And then the Cavs ended up winning. It was like a last-second shot or something like that, and they knocked it in. It was awesome. The place went crazy. And, of course, we were just having fun. It was just fun to still go, even after LeBron left. And one of my favorite players, actually, is Mo Williams. I respect him for what he did in Cleveland. I think he's very underrated. And when he came down to Charlotte, I was ecstatic, because I love Mo Williams. That guy stood up for the city whenever we felt very betrayed. And again, I'll go back to that, but it was just one of those things where Mo Williams, I love that dude. And when he was playing in Cleveland, I still love to watch him play. I love watching him down here in Charlotte. He's actually doing real well this season down in Charlotte. It was such a great pickup, and a cheap pickup too. And I'd love to see him continue playing for this team. And that's another reason why I'd like to go over to Charlotte, because Mo's my boy. And Mo, if you're listening, I love what you did for the team. I always got respect for you, man. You'll always be my homie. Thank you for that. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun going to games then. I'd like to go back to some games this upcoming season, but with that being said, Charlotte's out, and I can continue watching my Cavs game. Cavs just went to Chicago and tied the series up. 2 games to 2 games, because Derrick Rose in the last game in Game 3 hit that buzzer beater, which absolutely broke my heart. I was so angry. I was stomping around here being way too loud. But then the game after, when LeBron hit that buzzer beater from the corner, oh my goodness, he bailed us out, straight bailed us out. But the team has to get tougher. We have a great team, and we also have a flashy team. I mean, who doesn't enjoy watching LeBron and Kyrie and J.R. Smith and Kevin Love when he's back? It's just a kind of a flashy team to watch. Shumpert's been stepping up. Matthew Dellavedova, he's one of my new favorite players on the team. I enjoy that man. He's been playing real well. I mean, there's just so many guys right now. Timothy Mozgov, I mentioned him in another video. These guys are just killing it, and I love watching them play. Kendrick Perkins is just a big dude. He's just a big body in the way, but they're still having fun. And I'm enjoying these playoffs. I'm enjoying every single game. I just wrapped up the Washington game before this. I'll enjoy this game, and I just enjoy every one that's been on so far. These playoffs have been great. And once again, I know this video is a little hectic because I wasn't planning on filming it, but I'm just sitting here and enjoying myself watching some basketball, and just want to check in and say hello to everybody, and go Cavaliers. Hornets, I love your colors. Tonight, Warriors, you got to pick up that win, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.